Hello friends, in this video I will teach you how to make a text highlightable. So user will be able to highlight a text from your given paragraph. We will implement this in Next.js. Still, if you are using React.js, this tutorial is obviously for you. Without any delay, let's start. So first of all, you can see that this is my Next.js application and I would like to create a separate component so we can reuse this functionality to our app. I will go to source folder and then I will create a new folder here with the name of components. Inside this, I am going to create a new component with the name highlightable text.tsx. Simply I will press enter and I have installed a extension in my VS Studio Code. So if I just type RFCE, it will create a basic React component for me. And let me name this in camel case. So I will type here T like this. Okay. So this is our React component. And now I will import this component in my page.tsx like this. Import highlightable text and simply I will call this here. I will pass a parameter here with the name of text, or we can call it content or whatever you like. So text is equal to, and here inside this I'm going to create a text const text, or let me name this message is equal to code is cheap, show me the product. So this is the string for example and we want to make it highlightable. So simply I will pass this message here. I'm going to change its name to uppercase and also uppercase here like this. Okay, now you can see that the error is gone, and next it is telling us that we need to receive this props inside our component. So I will type here its name is text, so I will type here text, and similarly I will define the type of text would be string. Here I will type comma. So this is how you define that type. Now it is just giving us a warning that text is declared but its value is not used. Obviously we are going to use its value. So now we will write our actual logic of highlightable text. So first of all, here I will remove this div and I will create an empty fragment of React. Inside this I'm going to create a div, and again inside this I'm going to create a new div, but I will not create a closing div of this, because in React if you want to insert an HTML inside a div, then you use this method. You use dangerously set inner HTML, and here you will pass your text here, but we are not going to pass our text. We will create a string here, not string but state inside this component. So I will type here import useState from React, and inside our component I will declare a state with the name of content for example, and the function to set this state I will name this set content is equal to useState, and initial value to this we will provide text, or we can type like this: if text is set up then simply set our text, otherwise an empty string. So okay, and here in dangerously set HTML we have to pass an object. Inside the object the key would be double underscore HTML and the value would be content, basically the actual string that is coming from a prop. Here you can see that. So basically this is our actual string that we are passing as a props here, and here we are receiving it as a props, and now we are setting this to our state inside this component. You can see that. So now first of all let me run the application by using npm run dev so I can show you the current output. Let me control click on this. This is showing me error that destructed parameter is undefined. Let me check. Okay, we have done a mistake here inside our highlightable text component. Instead of defining comma, we need to type colon like this. So this is how we define type of the props in TypeScript. So now if I try to show you the output, you can see that this is our output. I would like to style this a little bit. So I will type text center, text for 3XL, and margin top would be 20. So this is our text, and let me zoom this a little bit. Okay, so next we need to set on mouse up listener to the our parent div. So I will type here on mouse up, and we will call a function. Let me name this highlight selection, and now I will copy this function name and we are going to declare this function here before our return statement like this. And inside this we need to type our actual logic. So first of all, inside this I will type const selection is equal to window dot get selection and dot to string and then dot trim. So basically what this line is doing, this will retrieve the selection. For instance, if a user will select the cheap, this variable will contain the character cheap inside this. Basically this is an object, and dot to string converts the selection into a string, and then dot trim, it removes any extra spaces from the start or end to avoid unnecessary issues. Okay, so basically this line will get the user selection and store that in the variable selection. Now we will write a check here, and that check would be if not selection then just return. So basically this text means do nothing if text does not selects. So if user do not make any selection and still if this event is triggered, we are not going to do anything. And next I'm going to type here a regular expression, const regx is equal to new regular expression. So this is obviously a built-in class. You will find this in your browser, regular expression, and here I will type these parentheses, and then in outside these parentheses we need to define a single small brackets, and here I will type dollar selection. So here we will pass our selection, and the second parameter would be g and I. So g stand for instance, if in our string user selects the code and there are two type of code text appearing in our string, so it will search the text code globally. Otherwise it will, if the first selection will be found, it will stops, but I want to search in the whole string. So if code text will be found 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, it will search all the code strings. Okay, and I stands for case insensitive, means either code is written in maybe uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter, you need to match this. So basically this is our regular expression, and here I will press colon and let me comment this here, case insensitive match. Okay, so we get the user selection, we create a regular expression to that will match, and now in the last we need to replace the selected text with highlighted version. So what I'm going to do, I will type const, let me declare new variable content, new content is equal to, and first of all I will type here content. Basically this content is our state, whichever current state would be. So on our state we will call a replace function. Inside this we will pass two parameters. The first parameter would be our regular expression that we have defined here, and the second parameter would be the text that we want to replace. So we are saying that just replace with mark element like this, mark, and here let me type here dollar, and here I will type selection. So if user select the word code, for example, if user is select the word code, so he will search the word code inside our content. So basically currently what is our content? So this is our content, and for instance if user select this, so this is our selection at the moment. So this is our selection, and our regular expression means I already told you that regular expression is to search this word from our string, and then here we are this is our regular expression, and we are saying that from our content replace our selection with just mark element outside this, and we are going to give a tailwind css class. And you need to keep in mind that I'm using NextJS, and tailwind css is already integrated in my project. So I will type here simply bg yellow 300 and padding x-axis 1. Okay, so in the last we simply need to set content with the new content. Okay, so now let me test this. Okay, this is not working, we need to inspect. Okay friends, we have a little bit mistake in our regular expression here. This parenthesis will be gone inside this like this. From here I will cut this and paste here. like this. Okay, now again let me check. So now I will simply select this keyword like cheap. So you can see that the text is successfully highlighted. And now if I check its HTML, you can see that code is, and our this cheap text is replaced with the mark HTML element with the classes, two classes that we gave to this element. So friends, this is how you can make a text highlightable in NextJS. So I hope that this video will be a learning source for you. If you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section. We will try to answer your question. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. And finally, thanks for watching.